Coping with COVID, updates on the pandemic and information to help you thrive and survive COVID-19. It's brought to you by the South Carolina Department of Health and Environmental Control. Visit scdheck.gov for an updated list of testing sites and important information on how to protect yourself, your family, and friends from the coronavirus. SCDHEC, healthy people, healthy communities. In it together and the South Carolina Diabetes Advisory Council, presenting Wellness Wednesday every Wednesday on Coping with COVID. The City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunities, helping to meet the needs of small, minority, and women-owned businesses in the City of Columbia. Log on to columbiasc.net/OBO. Agape Counseling and Training Services. Call 803-779-2777 for licensed professionals of counselors and social workers helping families, engaged and married couples, and individuals of all ages gain an understanding of all aspects of their lives. If you're having a challenge coping with COVID, contact Agape Counseling and Training Services at agapects.com. And Palmetto Media Connections, connecting media and communities together. Coping with COVID, brought to you by SCDHEC. In it together, the Diabetes Advisory Council, the City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunities, Agape Counseling and Training Center, and Palmetto Media Connections.
Coping with COVID with Tre Tailor.
Fight the spread and take a stand against coronavirus. Wear a mask in public. Stay at least 6 feet apart from others. And get tested. Join us and fight the spread. Visit scdheck.gov/COVID-19.
Hey there, I'm Tre Tailor, and you're watching Coping with COVID, updates on the pandemic and information to help you thrive and survive COVID-19. It's brought to you by SCDHEC, the City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunities, Agape Counseling and Training Center, which, by the way, if you are having some challenges coping with COVID, please contact the folks at Agape Counseling and Training Centers. Coping with COVID is also brought to you by the Comet Javis Tax Service, celebrating 20 years of providing excellent service. Also, Palmetto Media Connections. Coming up, we've got a jam-packed show. If you have seniors, listen up. Brenda Blackstock with SC Thrive joins us with important information and resources for the older adults in your lives, or you. Plus, longtime City Councilman Sam Davis is retiring. He'll talk about his almost 30 years serving, what he plans next, and what he'd like to see happen in District 1. Plus, Anita Aiken will wrap up our PSA segment with information on how you can enjoy some good gospel music tonight and support our schools. Hey, beautiful.
Hello, how are you?
Doing great. Thank you so much for joining us today on Coping with COVID.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. We're going to talk with Anita coming up next on Coping with COVID. But first, your COVID community updates. Richland County Sheriff's Department has a new mental health crisis team to de-escalate and handle situations that involve people who need more specialized help. Sheriff Leon Lott says they responded to almost 3,000 mental health calls each just last year, with COVID contributing to the rise in cases. The team will include an ununiformed deputy and a mental health professional who will respond to issues including suicide. Lexington School District 2 is currently registering 4 and 5K students for next school year. Now, to be eligible, the child must be 4 years old on or before September 1st. You can drop off the required documents, which you will see on the screen, at the school weekdays between 8 a.m. and 3 p.m. They'll need a birth certificate, immunization record, proof of residency, and for 4 or 5K students, they will also need proof of income. If you need more information, you can visit lex2.org. And of course, again, there's the information on the screen. Seniors that need help getting assistance registering for a COVID vaccine can get that help for free. The Get Set Up organization is offering classes on a variety of topics for older adults in a calming, relaxing atmosphere where they can ask questions and take the time needed to navigate the process. For information, visit getsetup.io vaccine or call 888. Again, that information should be on the screen, 888 559-1614. Again, getsetup.io/vaccine. SCDHEC has your most up-to-date list of times, dates, and locations for COVID testing in and around South Carolina. You can visit, again, scdhec.gov. Also, gogettested.com is a great resource to have if you live in Texas, South Carolina, D.C., and Kansas. You can go to gogettested.com for appointments and results in 48 hours. You can also get information from the DHEC Care Line. That information is on the screen. You can get information about organizing a COVID screening at your event or in your neighborhood. Also, testing, transportation to get a test, and the COVID vaccine. Now, speaking of transportation, if you live in Richland or Clarendon County, the paramedics there are offering in-person COVID screenings. Call 911 for more information. Appointments are available this week for COVID vaccines at Lexington Medical Center. You can see that information on the screen if you need it. Also, veterans who want the COVID vaccine, you can contact the VA. They'll take care of you from start to finish to get your first and second vaccine. COVID vaccines are also taking place at Kroger pharmacies and also CVS. Check the screen for more information. All of that information will also be scrolling at the bottom of the screen throughout the show. SC Housing has rental and mortgage assistance. If you need help, call 833-985-2929 or visit scstay.org. Again, that's SC Housing, rental and mortgage assistance. One more COVID information, a piece of COVID information I want to mention, and I did mention it in the stories earlier. Seniors who need help with the COVID vaccine can get free information at Get Set Up. Again, check that out for more information. Now back to housing. NAACP Housing Assistance Program is open for landlords, mortgage companies, and tenants. Contact the Columbia branch of the NAACP if you need some information and assistance with mortgage or rental. Also, SC Bar Association and SC Legal Services is offering a toll-free number and website for rental and mortgage help. And the City of Columbia also offers a 6-month payment plan for water bills and payment assistance. You can get that up to 75%. Central Carolina Community Scholarship is accepting registrations from students and adults. They've got over $3 million in scholarships available. You should check out that website because they've got some scholarships there that you may not even realize exist. Also, are you still working or learning from home, you or your children? Well, check out Rashonda Pratt's Facebook page. She's got some excellent resources available for for virtual learning and virtual working. The Affordable Care Act, Obamacare open enrollment is happening through May 15. You may remember we talked to Rosalind Goodwin with the South Carolina Hospital Association. You can go to healthcare.gov, sign up sc.org, or call 888-998-4646 for more information. And Rapid Reliable has job openings. This is a organization that's doing rapid testing. You can actually get COVID testing and apply for a job. They've got several job openings in South Carolina. That blood drive we told you about yesterday is going on at the Koger Center until 6 o'clock this evening. All donors will receive a $20 Visa gift card. And finally, the new Laurel Street Church is having a Black History Month program tonight at 7 o'clock. To tell us all about it, Anita Aiken is the Assistant Minister of Music at New Laurel Street Baptist Church. Thank you so much for joining us, Anita. This is exciting.
Yes, it is. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So listen, tell me why you guys decided to, one, have this concert for Black History Month, and then for it to benefit Dent Middle School.
Well, it's actually Alcorn
Middle School.
And that's okay. That's okay. With music sort of brings everybody together in almost any situation. So to kind of bring some type of normalcy to everything that's going on, our music ministry decided to have a concert. And the benefit or the proceeds will go to Alcorn Middle School, which is literally across the street from New Laurel Street Baptist Church.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. So tell us about the concert tonight. And thank you for asking me to be part of it. So I'm excited. Because listen, girl, I hadn't been anywhere, so I get to put some clothes on.
Good. Okay, right. I know. Something so normal to us. It's like, oh, we get to dress up this time.
That's right. Yeah. So tell me about what we'll expect to see tonight.
So tonight, we are actually combining with Bethlehem Baptist Church, which is literally around the corner of North Main, Bethlehem College Place. And we're the first segment will be New Laurel Street, and the second segment will be Bethlehem. They're our praise team ministries, and the last song we're going to do a combined selection.
Oh, that's nice. That's
Yes.
nice. So how can people check it out? Because the concert is live, but it is virtual.
You can see the concert live at 7:30 on New Laurel Street Missionary Baptist Church Facebook page. And if I'm not mistaken, it will also be Instagram.
Okay. All right. So people can log on to Facebook. They can log on to Instagram on
Yes.
the New Laurel Street, and they can check out the concert. It starts at 7:30. Now, how can they participate in the fundraising?
So the information will be posted on the page on our church's Facebook page. It's don't quote me. I can put the information in the chat if you need to. But you can donate via Cash App and Givelify.
Right. So what are the funds going to be used for over at Alcorn?
That right now, I'm not exactly sure.
Okay.
It's pretty much just to show support because that is our community. That is the church's community. And, I'm sure the church found it not robbery to donate the proceeds to Alcorn.
Yeah, and with kids virtually learning, and we already know that teachers who are gifts come from God, have challenges coming out of their own pockets for resources, and this is no different. So I'm sure whatever they use the funds for, it will be to the benefit all of the students and all of the teachers too.
Correct. Absolutely.
Right. So it's tonight, 7:30. Tell us
Yes.
again what they can expect.
They can expect the queen of hosts of the Midlands. Her name happens to be the lovely, beautiful Tre Tailor. You
And
see it right
Jamal
there.
And listen, I'm excited to be reunited with Jamal.
Yes.
People may know that Jamal and I worked together at the gospel station. People may not know that he was actually an intern of mine. We both worked together at KISS when he first started out in radio. Yeah, I trained him. So he calls me his radio mama. So
I'm people because I didn't know that.
Right. Yes. So we are. I'm looking forward to being with him. He recently accepted a church ministry, a church. I don't know what happens. What is it? What do you call it when you become a pastor of a church? What is that called? You become a pastor of a church.
You become pastor of a church.
Right? Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. Kevin Porti says, my assistant better than everybody else. Thank you, Anita. Hopefully someone will be blessed spiritually by this concert and Alcorn Middle will benefit. Absolutely. Thank you, Tre. Absolutely, Kevin. Thank you so much for having us. We're looking forward to it. Again, we're looking forward to some good old gospel music. That's 7:30 tonight. People can go to the New Laurel Street Facebook page, and also hey to Aaron Green. Hey, Aaron, thank you for joining us. Aaron, you can come bring some good food. Is it going to be food? Well, I know it's nobody going to be there but us, but
yes, absolutely. You know how we do. We have to, that's what we do.
Yeah, so that's tonight. So come on and join us at New Laurel Street. Check out their Facebook page, their Instagram, log on and enjoy the music. And please give back to Alcorn Middle School. Anita, thank you again so much for joining us today to tell us all about it. And thank you for asking me to participate. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see you.
All right. Anita Aiken. And let me just tell you, just a little side note. Anita and I are members of an all-girl band that we've done several concerts together. And we were just talking before we got on the air about doing something for next month for Women's History Month, because I miss all the ladies.
Yes. Oh, the vibes are so deep.
So I look forward to that. Me too, Anita. All right, Anita Aiken, New Laurel Street Baptist Church. Don't forget, Lauren, if you can put that flyer up again tonight. Emily Jower says she's looking forward to tonight. Hey there, Emily. Thank you so much for joining us. Please post and share this information out so we can get the message to the masses. A Black History Benefit Concert tonight, 7:30 to benefit Alcorn Middle School. Log on to... Go ahead.
If you look at the bottom of the flyer, the Cash App, the Cash App is $ New Laurel SMBC. for Cash App to donate and also Givelify.
All right. Great. So go ahead, check out that information, please. And Juliet Green says, thank you. She will watch. Great, Juliet. Thank you so much. And please tell as many people as you can. It's going to be a great time tonight. Anita, thank you so much for joining us. Beautiful.
Thank
I look forward to it.
you.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely. You do the same. I'm Tre Tailor. You're watching Coping with COVID, updates on the pandemic and information to help you thrive and survive COVID-19. We're going to take a quick break right here. And then when we come back, we're going to talk to Brenda Blackstock with SC Thrive. They are doing some amazing things. Listen, if you have seniors or if you know a senior or if you are a senior, you're going to want to get this great information. That's coming up next on Coping with COVID. I'm Tre Tailor.
Coping with COVID, updates on the pandemic and information to help you thrive and survive COVID-19. It's brought to you by the South Carolina Department of Health and Environmental Control. Visit scdheck.gov for an updated list of testing sites and important information on how to protect yourself, your family, and friends from the coronavirus. SCDHEC, healthy people, healthy communities. In it together and the South Carolina Diabetes Advisory Council, presenting Wellness Wednesday every Wednesday on Coping with COVID. The City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunities, helping to meet the needs of small, minority, and women-owned businesses in the City of Columbia. Log on to columbiasc.net/OBO. Agape Counseling and Training Services. Call 803-779-2777 for licensed professionals of counselors and social workers helping families, engaged and married couples, and individuals of all ages gain an understanding of all aspects of their lives. If you're having a challenge coping with COVID, contact Agape Counseling and Training Services at agapects.com. And Palmetto Media Connections, connecting media and communities together. Coping with COVID, brought to you by SCDHEC. In it together, the Diabetes Advisory Council, the City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunities, Agape Counseling and Training Center, and Palmetto Media Connections.
Coping with COVID with Tre Tailor.
Need health insurance? Call Javis at 803-419-1001. Javis can get you health insurance premiums as low as $0, plus other low-cost and affordable options. 803-419-1001. Let Javis help you file your taxes. And if you need it, get a cash advance from $500 to $6,000. Javis Tax Services, 803-419-1001. Javis Tax Service. JavisTax.com.
Every cookie sold in the Girl Scout Cookie Program helps girls learn lifelong lessons in people skills, decision-making, and goal-setting. It's amazing how much you can learn from a cookie.
Celebrating Black History Month, Coping with COVID presents African American First. Pastor Ron Henderson is the first African American appointed as Vice President of the South Carolina Baptist Convention. The pastor of Mount Nebo Baptist Church in Spartanburg sees the historic move as an opportunity to unite and bring people together. He's been doing that for years at the organization, having served on the SCBC Racial Reconciliation Roundtable, where pastors of all nationalities meet to cover issues surrounding race. Henderson will lead the South Carolina Baptist Convention into its 200th year, alongside Pastor Alex Sands, the first African-American president of the organization. Pastor Ron Henderson, the first African-American vice president of the South Carolina Baptist Convention. Celebrating Black History Month, Coping with COVID presents African-American First. From Tailor-Made Productions.
Hey, great Thursday afternoon. You're watching Coping with COVID, updates on the pandemic and information to help you thrive and survive COVID-19. I'm Tre Tailor. Hey, we're streaming live on the Tailor-Made production page. Please go over there, would you please, and like and follow. So not only you can watch Coping with COVID Monday, every first Monday with George Wallace, and then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Of course, Wednesday is Wellness Wednesday brought to you by In It Together SC and the South Carolina Diabetes Advisory Council. We're also streaming live on YouTube. If you are watching on YouTube, want to say hello to you and ask you to please hit the subscribe button. All right, Coping with COVID. Please continue to post and share so we can get this message to the masses. Listen, I first learned about SC Thrive during the launch of their COVID-19 rental assistance program. You may remember early on, we had them on several times and talked about the great things they were doing to help people pay their rent and mortgage. But the organization is really doing so much more. The mission of SC Thrive is to lead South Carolina into stability by providing access to quality of life resources, food security, healthcare, financial wellness, and more. And then I learned about this great program for seniors, hearing them on Don Fryson's show on WFMV, and I wanted to share the information with you. Brenda Blackstock joins us. And Brenda, you are a prime advocate. Thank you so much for joining us, first of all. Brenda? Oh, she's frozen. She's frozen. So Brenda Blackstock is a prime advocate for SC Thrive. She's frozen right now. I'm going to bring up the website again. They have many resources for seniors, as you can see. They've got something called, and hopefully if she gets her connection back, we can bring her back up because she can certainly talk about this better than I can. This is the SC Thrive. They lead South Carolinians to stability by providing innovative and efficient access to quality life resources. She looks like she's back live, so we're going to try to get her back on. Hey, Brenda. Oh, no, she's done. Hey, Brenda. Can you hear me? Brenda? Hey, Brenda. All right. So they have something called Healthy Connections Prime. And again, I'm just winging it here, guys. So it's called Healthy Connections Prime. And they have several different great programs. The program basically kind of connects seniors on all different levels. I see her moving a little bit backstage, so maybe we can get her back up now. Hey, Brenda, can you hear me now? Brenda? Brenda, are you there? Hey, Brenda? She must not. Brenda, do you hear me? Nope, she still doesn't hear us. All right. All right. So this is the resources for seniors that they have. This is what they do. You can get, it's one health plan, one health care card, one point of contact for all of your information, no insurance premium, no co-pays for doctor visits. This is great. You get a care team. And this is what this says. The care team are just your personalized care team. Like if you have a doctor for your blood pressure and you have a doctor for your nutrition, you know, sometimes with seniors, and I'm dealing with this with my aunt in Florence, she's got multiple doctors. And I know for me, for us and our family, the challenge is trying to figure out, is everybody prescribing, and you may be dealing with this too, is everybody prescribing the right things based on some of the other things that she's getting? So this is such a great program because you've got all of your healthcare resources together. Again, it's personalized health plan, the right care at the right time in the right place. Now, SC Thrive is offering this program in pretty much all of the counties in South Carolina, and you can definitely check it out. If you are a senior or know someone who is a senior and you want prime time, this is the information. You can call SC Thrive at 800-726-8774. Again, 800-726-8774. I've got the the website up right now, and you can see they have several resources for seniors. If you're 65 and over, it says Healthy Connections Prime is an enhanced healthcare option for seniors, providing Medicare and Medicaid services. Enhanced Medicaid and Medicaid services. It offers better care by making it easier for you to get all of your Medicare and Medicaid and Part D services from a health plan you choose. You get better value through a care team and a care manager that works directly with you and your doctors. I love that because, like I said, you've got one person that is dealing with you on all of your issues. It helps you stay at home with your family for as long as possible. Again, benefits, no insurance premiums or deductibles, no cost for prescription drugs, doctor visits, or hospital stays. One health plan card to manage all of your Medicare Part A and B, Medicare Part D, and Healthy Connections, Medicaid, medical, and prescription drug benefits. It's a care plan. Once again, this is big, designed specifically to meet your healthcare needs. Now, who can receive Healthy Connections Prime? You've got to be over 65. You must be receiving both Medicare and South Carolina Healthy Connections Medicaid. And if you want more information, again, you can visit scdhhs.gov, or to apply, contact Healthy Connections Prime. Again, this is SC Thrive's website. They've got several other resources available. Can we try to get Brenda back up? Let's see if we're able to have a conversation with her. Hey, Brenda, can you hear us now? Brenda?
I still can't hear.
You can't hear? Okay. All right. Well, listen, we've got to get Brenda back on because I'm sure she can do it so much better justice than I could. But again, if you have a senior citizen that you know, or if you are 65 or older, and I would just call SC Thrive 800-726-8774 or visit scthrive.org for more information on this healthcare plan so that you can get all of the information that you need, and you can navigate so much better than you did before. I'm Tre Tailor. Thank you so much for watching Coping with COVID. Our other guests didn't show, and then we had some problems with Brenda, but it's all good in the hood. I'm telling you, listen, if you have a story or initiative that could help someone cope with COVID, please go to the Tailor Made Production page on Facebook and inbox me. I would love to talk to you about spotlighting your product or your initiative or you. Now, if you have a product or initiative that can help somebody cope with COVID, email copingwithtreitailor@gmail.com. Again, you can see the information there, copingwithtreitailor@gmail.com. And we would love for you to be a proud sponsor of Coping with COVID, just like SCDHEC, the City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunities, Agape Counseling and Training Center, also Palmetto Media Connections, Javis Tax Services, and also The Comment. Now, coming up this week, tomorrow, we're going to talk with Danita Forbes. She is going to be our Faith Friday guest. Faith in the midst of the pandemic. This is going to be such a great conversation because this sister has gone through a lot during the pandemic, and she is going to share with us how she kept her faith in the midst of a pandemic. Next week, we're going to kick off Wellness Wednesday with In It Together, SC, and the South Carolina Diabetes Advisory Council, talking about why you should get the vaccine. It's a roundtable discussion with South Carolina pastors and lawmakers who not only advocate for the vaccine, but they have gotten it themselves. If you know someone, or if you are someone who's on the fence about the vaccine, it's a lot of folks out there. They're going to want to listen to this conversation. That's next Wednesday. And then this is going to be one of the worst times for seasonal allergies. I have been having the worst headache the last couple of weeks. Last Sunday, I couldn't even raise my head up off of the floor. Shout out to my sister and niece, Kenji and Maxine, for coming and rescuing me because, man, oh man, Ashevitz, I was just, and I realized it was just like in my nasal passages. So it's a bad time for allergies. Dr. Nicole Edwards, who's a friend to the show, she is going to join us to talk about seasonal allergies, why it's so bad this year, and what you can do to help yourself. That's coming up next week on Coping with COVID. I usually leave you with a reading from Jesus Calling, but I want to leave you with a reading from the Veggie Tales, God Loves Me Every Day, 365 Daily Devotions. My neighbor, Wendy Evering, gave Isabel this, and then gave Julius one for boys. And we read one in the morning and one at night. And this was such a good one. It resonated with me. So I want to share it with you. It's called Unconditional Love. And it comes from the scripture, 1 John 4:16. And so we know the love of God has for us, and we trust that love because God is love. I think somebody needs to hear this. People often use a special word to describe God's love. It's unconditional. That means we don't have to do anything to get his love. It's already there. We don't have to say the right thing. We don't have to do the right thing all the time. We can make mistakes and try again. Nothing will ever make God stop loving us. God loves you just the way you are, and he loves to spend time with you. So share your thoughts, share your feelings with God every single day. He is full of love and ready to listen to you. The thought of the day, God has loved you and he always will. And then it ends with a prayer. It says, Dear God, and we say this together, thank you for loving me all the time, no matter what I do. I love you too. Amen. Is that good or not? That's your Veggie Tales. God Loves Me Every Day, 365 Daily Devotion. This is the girls' version. They also have a boys' version. We read that a couple of days ago, and it resonated with me so much, because how many times do we wonder if God doesn't love us, if he's mad at us because we're human, because we didn't do or say the right thing. He knows us. He knew us before we knew ourselves. He made us, and he still loves us. And we can still say, I'm sorry, God, and do the right thing again. I'm Tre Tailor. Thank you so much for joining us on Coping with COVID today. It was a technical difficulty day, but listen, we got through it. I hope to see you tonight at the program, the Black History program that New Laurel Street is having. It's tonight. Me and Jamal will be there hosting, and I'm looking forward to it. That's tonight at 7:30, and you can go to the New Laurel Street Facebook page and watch it live, and also make a donation for Alcorn Middle School. I'm Tre Tailor. Until the next time, I wish you peace, abundant blessings. Please stay safe, be careful, and do wear your mask over your nose and under your chin. See ya.
Coping with COVID, updates on the pandemic and information to help you thrive and survive COVID-19. It's brought to you by the South Carolina Department of Health and Environmental Control. Visit scdheck.gov for an updated list of testing sites and important information on how to protect yourself, your family, and friends from the coronavirus. SCDHEC, healthy people, healthy communities. In it together, and the South Carolina Diabetes Advisory Council, presenting Wellness Wednesday every Wednesday on Coping with COVID. The City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunities, helping to meet the needs of small, minority, and women-owned businesses in the City of Columbia. Log on to columbiasc.net/OBO. Agape Counseling and Training Services. Call 803-779-2777 for licensed professionals of counselors and social workers, helping families, engaged and married couples, and individuals of all ages gain an understanding of all aspects of their lives. If you're having a challenge coping with COVID, contact Agape Counseling and Training Services at agapects.com. And Palmetto Media Connections, connecting media and communities together. Coping with COVID, brought to you by SCDHEC. In it together, the Diabetes Advisory Council, the City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunities, Agape Counseling and Training Center, and Palmetto Media Connections.
Coping with COVID with Tre Tailor.